So students will be able to explain the importance of major events in the later Middle Ages, such as the Crusades, bubonic plague. So whenever you talk about the Crusades or the Black Death, bubonic plague, you want to pay special attention. Students will be able to investigate and analyze connections between the Magna Carta and American law. The United States has borrowed a lot of ideas and foundations from the Magna Carta. So we're going to be able to make those connections and see how the Magna Carta influenced American law. So when you talk about the Magna Carta, we want to make sure that we pay special attention there as well. Lastly, students will be able to establish a stance regarding what this time in Europe should be called. Should it be labeled or called the Dark Ages, Age of Faith, Golden Age? Okay, so you can kind of take a stance and then argue which one of these you would title it and give evidence for that. So I'll read this to you. You can pause it as you go to highlight. During the later Middle Ages, the Christian church was central to life and politics in Europe. Kings and popes dominated society, and Christians crusaded against Muslims. The series of crusades that swept through Europe and into the Middle East ended primarily in failure. As time passed, Europe's political, social, and economic systems underwent great changes. One great change was the questioning of kings' power to rule however he wanted. This was done by the people of England. The Lords forced the king to sign a charter limiting the king's power. This charter was known as the Magna Carta. So which would pave the way years later to force the Bill of Rights, so our United States Bill of Rights, and other documents guaranteeing the rights of citizens. War raged throughout Europe as kingdoms looked to expand their power, and disease swept Europe in the form of the bubonic plague. The plague devastated Europe and destroyed the feudal system in less than a decade. After the bubonic plague, in Europe will be reborn as an advanced, enlightened society during the Renaissance. So highlight some key information from there. Key information should maybe look at some of the key terms in our focus and learning targets. Let's move through here. Review theology, vernacular, and authority. Review these vocab. And then what we're going to see, we've done this before. Open up your online textbook. So this is online page 35. So here's page 35. Remember that Control F function? We want to use that. So we're looking for a painting by Sir John Gilbert. It's on line page 35. Who fought for control of Jerusalem during the Crusades? So I'm just going to type or just copy Sir John. And I'm going to push Control F, Control V. So here is the painting. You can click into it. So can't tell much by what the painting is, but you look at underneath, it says Christians and Muslims fought for control of Jerusalem, Antioch, and Tripoli during the Crusades. So the information is right there. So use complete sentences. And so we can actually go back here and you can put who fought for control of Jerusalem during the Crusades. The Muslims and Christians fought for control during over Jerusalem during the Crusades. So it'll be a complete sentence there. So you want to make sure you use complete sentences, and you're going to work your way through these questions. There's 16 of them, but using the Control F, you'll be able to find things pretty quick. So for instance, illustration 1996 or 1966. So Control F is 1966. And we're going to go here. And here's the illustration. So anything you don't finish will be homework. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.